look, I'm back from Worlds. And what a bloody experience it was. Thank you so much to everybody that came and said hello and took pictures and stuff. That was really freaking cool, but holy hell, what an event. It was amazing. And how about them Pokémon finals, am I right? If you know, you know. What's that? Why is WTF Moments late? Shut up, don't know what you're talking about. Today's episode begins with a young Pokemon trainer plowing into Ash as he desperately runs to the Pokemon Center with his injured Growlithe. And I have to ask, why is he carrying the Growlithe? This is a common thing in the Pokemon world that I'll just never understand. Pokeballs are designed to store Pokemon, right? Not only that, but don't Pokeballs keep Pokemon in some kind of perfect stasis so that their current condition doesn't change? So why on earth is this kid carrying the fucker in the first place? Probably injured it more with that collision. Direct quote from Brock.
Looks like it lost a pretty tough Pokemon battle.
As opposed to what other kind of battle, mate? A rap battle? The kid explains that he and his Growlithe messed with the wrong trainer, and Ash instantly asks him if he thinks that trainer would be up for another battle. Ash, mate, slow down. The kid's just had his arse handed to him. We get it, you love getting the opportunity to battle strong trainers, but at least try and show a little empathy, for God's sake. Ash asks where this other trainer is, and the kid says,
"They're at the old mountain bridge, and if you're smart, stay away."
Well, that works out nicely, because Ash isn't smart. I mean, I get it, but it's not the best play on words they've used, is it? In fact, it's a bit shit, innit? Near the mountain bridge, the gang spot a woman standing on her own, and of course, Brock runs over to simp. He tells the girl, whose name is Mickey, that there's a really tough trainer out here and that she really shouldn't be out here all by herself. Alright, firstly, why should she be afraid of a tough Pokemon trainer? Last time I checked, Pokemon trainers don't just randomly attack people unless they're like Team Rocket or something. And secondly, way to bust out the early 2000s misogyny, lad. What makes you think Mickey isn't a strong, independent woman? You know, exactly what she's ultimately revealed to be. Brock, as always, is an arsehole. Pass it on. Direct quote from Mickey as she sends out her Skarmory.
"I choose Skarmory."
And honestly, it has the same amount of enthusiasm as
It's Christian.
if you know, you know. So Mickey wants her Skarmory to battle a Fire-type Pokemon, since normally Steel-type Pokemon are weak to Fire types, which is sound reasoning, although, are we just going to ignore the fact that Skarmory is also weak to Electric? Oh look, Susie's Vulpix is still alive. Christ, when was the last time we saw this? Okay, I've done some research and we did see Vulpix in the Farfetch'd episode, which was about 7 episodes ago, but it didn't really do anything. We also saw it in the Bellsprout episode, which was about 22 episodes ago. And as I said in that episode's WTF Moments, that was the first time we'd seen it in about 47 episodes. That means that before today, we'd seen Vulpix twice in like 70 episodes. And both times it did sod all anyway, and in this episode it's simply Skarmory fodder. Hashtag justice for Susie's Vulpix. Direct quote from Mickey.
"Okay, Skarmory, do it."
Something we should do is take a moment to thank our wonderful Ace Trainer Ultra XL members, who are Bro Metapod, Andros LaFay, Gear Overlord, and TJ the Nerd. Thank you all for your incredible support on the channel. You'll mean the world to me. And because you come to the streams a lot, you absolutely know that's true. Now back to the episode, and as the battle begins, everybody appears to be shocked that Skarmory is up in the sky. I mean, where else were you expecting it to be? It's a flying type. As Skarmory uses its agility to avoid Vulpix's flamethrower, Brock tells Vulpix,
Vulpix, use your agility. Get away.
man, that would be a great idea. You know, if Vulpix could actually learn agility.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Vulpix can learn agility.
Yeah, in Sword and Shield, but this is Gen 2, mate.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find I have a Vulpix in Pokemon Moon, and that knows agility.
Is it a Alolan by any chance? Mickey Skarmory defeats Vulpix with Steel Wing, a not very effective move. You know what would have stopped this happening? If Brock had actually bothered to train Vulpix, the numpty. Mickey asks for a battle with another Fire-type Pokemon, and when Ash sends out Cyndaquil, she says,
"A Cyndaquil, huh? Well, Skarmory, looks like we're in for another firefight."
well, yeah, that's literally what you asked for. Even Skarmory's looking at her like,
You do know I heard that entire conversation, right?
oh no, Cyndaquil's all sleepy and can't start its flames up. Well, I, for one, am on the edge of my seat waiting to see if it can manage to start them up, like it always does. Honestly, Cyndaquil, you should make the most of having your flames out while you can, because Gen 6 onwards is going to be really unkind to you. Direct quote from Mickey to Skarmory.
Use your fury.
That's not
No, right, because this one really pisses me off. Mickey literally said Fury Attack moments ago, so she obviously knows the name of the move. Why is it so hard to just be consistent? I know exactly what you're gonna say, and don't you dare. Ash tells Cyndaquil to use its agility. Man, that would have been a great idea. You know, if Cyndaquil could actually learn agility. Now, I'm not going to accuse Ash of hacking here, because clearly his Cyndaquil doesn't know how to use agility, which is why Skarmory absolutely batters it. Ash, mate, maybe stick to moves your Pokemon actually know. As Skarmory is about to beat Cyndaquil with Steel Wing, we get this direct quote from Brock.
This is like a replay of my match.
I mean, it's not really. You used a Vulpix. Mate, what in the actual fornication? Mickey's Skarmory frees itself from Team Rocket with Swift, and as it falls to the ground, Brock catches it? Not only does he catch it, he remains on his feet? Mate, that's a 50 kilogram or 111 pound metal bird. I know adult people who weigh less than this thing, and Brock just catches it without crumpling into a mess of flesh and bone? Apparently, Brock Harrison is hench. Pass it on. As Team Rocket escape in their balloon with Ash's Cyndaquil, Ash gives chase on foot, almost like he's forgotten that he has a Heracross that can literally fly. Now, I know it can't use the move fly, but we have seen it flying before with its little wings, and it can absolutely fly high enough to go and burst Team Rocket's balloon. But as always, it's just forgotten about. Hashtag justice for Heracross. Mate, what a weird place for an ad break. Skarmory bursts Team Rocket's balloon and Ash catches Cyndaquil before it hits the ground. Then Mickey runs over and says,
Good work, Skarmory. You saved the day.
and then it just immediately cuts to who's that Pokemon. Really? That's how you end the first half of the episode? No cliffhanger, no peril, the bad guy's already defeated? Like, come on, Pokemon, give us a reason to want to come back after the ads. Brock tells Mickey that if she travels with them, he'd cook a romantic meal for 2 every night. Misty then grabs his ear and says that on their budget, that means a double cheeseburger. Okay, but what's not romantic about double cheeseburgers? Double cheeseburgers are like my favorite food. Like if Sophie said, hey, you want to go grab a double cheeseburger? I'd find that pretty romantic. Mickey says she thinks it's important to train as hard as Pokemon do, and that she trained alongside her Skarmory. Although Skarmory didn't get to wear any protective padding though, so this seems unfair. And also, I thought you had to train as hard as Pokemon do. Didn't see you using Steel Wing. What's that? Steel? You mean like the absolute steel you can get by using code ACE for 30% off G Fuel this weekend? That's right, code ACE will give you 30% off the wonder of G Fuel until the end of Monday, the 29th of August. Whatever date Monday is, 29th of August, it ends at midnight Eastern time Monday night. So grab a bargain while you can. Today I'm drinking the wonderful Blue Bomber Slushie, the Mega Man flavor. It is absolutely tickety-boo. It's wonderful. Grab yourself some. It's dead good. Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. Go and grab yourself some Blue Bomber Slushie or any of the wonderful flavors of G Fuel. Just make sure you use code ACE when you do to get 30% off that wonderful energy formula that has 0 sugar and barely any calories and just so many wonderful flavors. And thank you to everybody that uses code ACE because it helps support this channel and keeps my lights on, keeps my dogs fed, and keeps Sophie in all that beautiful lingerie. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. Mate, I'm no health expert, but sleeping with your head rested on a solid metal bird can't be good for your neck, can it? Ash tries to teach Cyndaquil how to force its flames out. And I can't be the only one who was a bit worried that all that straining was gonna make Ash shit himself. Remember, Ash, you can't actually produce flames, but you can absolutely burst a blood vessel. Ash gets Cyndaquil to practice its agility. Remember, the move it absolutely cannot learn? Guess I did need to say it. Ash is a hacker. Confirmed. Also, wouldn't Cyndaquil be more agile if it ran on 4 legs and not 2? Of course not. It can't learn agility. Try and keep up. Direct quote from Brock after he takes a bite of his breakfast. Jesus, Pokemon, did you really think we needed that long to understand that Brock had bitten his food and was enjoying it? Tell us you're trying to pad out the episode without telling us you're trying to pad out the episode.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find this is such a nitpicky point that it sounds like you're trying to pad out the episode.
Hey, the less substance Pokemon put in their episodes, the harder WTF is to write. Sue me. Not you, Pokemon. Don't you sue me, because I will be bankrupt. After Cyndaquil figures out how to activate its flames to save Ash from a bunch of wild Beedrill, Ash and Cyndaquil start some flamethrower practice, and Ash says,
"Focus on your aim, not just your flame."
Ash mate, it's practicing flamethrower. It needs to focus on its flame, you know, because that's what it's aiming. Plus, wasn't focusing on its flames the whole point? Use your noodle. As Ash and Cyndaquil return to the others, Misty wonders where he's been all morning. Even though she's the one that suggested to Brock and Mickey that Ash has probably gone to do some early morning training with Cyndaquil. Mate, who knew Misty was so forgetful? She should probably start writing things down. Then again, she'd probably just forget where she wrote them. I love that as we're getting ready for Ash and Mickey's rematch, Brock has to specify that there's no time limit. You know, just in case they were worried that after 10 minutes he was going to step in and be like,
No, it turns out you both suck.
Mickey's Skarmory is affected by Cyndaquil's smokescreen. Guess it's not a keen eye Skarmory then. Must be sturdy or weak armor then. Let me know in the comments which ability you think this Skarmory has.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find it won't have any ability because abilities weren't introduced until Generation 3.
Alright, 1.
This message was brought to you by the Fun Police.
And 2, have you ever transferred a Pokemon from Gen 2 all the way up to the current gen? They have abilities, they just weren't known until Generation 3. Ash gets Cyndaquil to use Agility to dodge Skarmory's Steel Wing, which means that Mickey wins this battle by disqualification. After all, illegal move equals illegal mon, which equals DQ. Hey, I don't make the rules. Direct quote from Ash.
Great defense, Cyndaquil.
I mean, technically, dodging isn't defense, it's evasion. Plus, that smokescreen lowering Skarmory's accuracy really would have helped too. Mickey says the only way this battle will end is if both their Pokemon use their very best attacks. And then has Skarmory use Steel Wing again. Really? I thought we were going to get the big reveal of a move we haven't seen yet. Maybe Drill Peck or something. But no, you're just using the same move you've been spamming all day. Man, Mickey, you really oversold that. Ash's Cyndaquil takes 2 Steel Wings from Skarmory and still gets back up. Now Ash, here is where you would say great defense. But of course, he doesn't. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't yell,
"Wow, great evasion."
although I guess that would have come across as quite sarcastic. Honestly, this scene just pisses me off. Cyndaquil gets up and powers up its flame and everybody looks shocked. And the music changes to that music that plays when something really big happens, like a new big move or an evolution. And do we get the reveal of Cyndaquil knowing Fire Blast or Cyndaquil evolving into Quilava, the best of the Cyndaquil line? Of course not. It just dodges Steel Wing, which really isn't that impressive when you consider the accuracy drop from Smokescreen. Side note, I'm starting to think this Skarmory must be sturdy, since it's taking damage but doesn't seem to be getting any faster, so it can't be weak armor. I guess that's one mystery solved. Direct quote from Brock.
Skarmory looks like it only has 1 attack left in it.
Really? Doesn't Steel Wing have like 25 power points? Surely Skarmory hasn't used it that many times. After Cyndaquil dodges Skarmory's Steel Wing, Skarmory just flies straight into a rock instead of pulling up. Go home, Skarmory. You drunk, mate. Ash tells Cyndaquil to use Flamethrower at maximum power, which makes me wonder what Cyndaquil did earlier when Ash told it to use its hottest Flamethrower. So does that mean Cyndaquil's just been phoning it in so far? Like it's not been listening to Ash and hasn't been using its best Flamethrower? Answers on a postcard. Ash gets Cyndaquil to finish the battle with a not very effective tackle. Bit arrogant. Like that's the equivalent of saying, I know your HP is super low, so I'm gonna beat you with a move that normally barely touches you just to show everybody just how weak you are right now. Ash Ketchum being unsportsmanlike? That's not very protagonisty. You see that? You see what Mickey's doing? Returning her defeated and battered Pokemon to its Pokeball? You know, so it can be safely transported to a Pokemon Center? Mate, someone should show this to that Growlithe trainer from earlier. Here's a direct quote from Mickey.
You can learn a lot from training alone, but you can never learn the things you do from battling.
But you have been battling. Like, what do you think you did with the Growlithe trainer Brock and Ash? Write haikus? After Mickey says she plans to battle all the Johto gym leaders, Brock asks Mickey if she thinks she'll make it to the Johto League, and Mickey says, doesn't matter what she said, she doesn't make it. So those are my WTF Moments of Pokemon Season 3, Episode 36, Hot Matches. Let me know your favorites and any that I missed down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the join button to become a member or to turn on gift memberships to get one for free, potentially. And of course, use code ACE for 30% off G Fuel this weekend. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.